Chris, welcome to Dallas, Texas.
Thank you.
What comes to mind when you think of Dallas?
I think of them. This goes in theme with my film, but I think of The Most Happy Fellow, which is a Broadway musical, and there's a big song in it called Big D. I'm not going to sing it for you, but it's I'm from Big D, Mayo, yes. I can tell by the way you drawl and the way you dress. God, I can't believe I just did that.
We'll take it. Now, transitioning to your film.
Thank you.
So, well, let's start this. On television, Glee is probably one of the most popular television series, and it's actually made the fine arts department look really cool in the high school scene. Tell us where your film comes into play. I know it's not directly related to the television show, but you've decided in your film to focus on an aspect of the fine arts department. Why, and what did you learn?
Most Valuable Players looks at the Freddie Awards, which is basically the Tony Awards for high school musicals in the Lehigh Valley in Pennsylvania. When we started to make the film, High School Musical was all the rage. And then when we were editing the film, High School Musical was no longer the rage. And we were like, uh-oh, we're in a lot of trouble. It seems like that High School Musical zeitgeist is gone. And then Glee came around. It didn't pop right away, but finally when it did, I think it gave a little boost to our documentary. I think the similarities of our film and Glee show the sort of camaraderie and the energy and the excitement of the performing arts programs in schools. Glee looks at things from a more fictitious point of view. You know, we really hone in on 3 schools en route to the Freddie Awards. It's really a fun documentary, sort of in the spirit of Spellbound, which was the documentary about the National Spelling Bee made a few years ago.
And nowadays, a lot of school districts are cash-strapped, so they're starting to lay off folks and cut costs in every department. But from your observation, from what you've seen, what would be your argument to keep the fine arts department? What would be your argument to keep the musicals going?
Well, why shouldn't we? Why do we keep the sports programs going? You know, how come you're not asking me that question? So really what it comes down to is if schools want the arts, then the arts might have to fight a little bit. And in this particular area, none of these schools get any funding for their musicals. They don't get any money for their musicals. They have to go out and raise all of the money themselves. But what the Freddie Awards has done is it has brought such attention to the high school musicals in that area that the schools now are getting a lot of attention, a lot of audiences, and a lot of money. And so they're able to raise $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 every year to put on the high school musical. So the arts programs are really, it's really about self-preservation. Just because you can't get money from somewhere doesn't mean that you can't take matters into your own hands. And that's what this arts community has done.
Awesome. And finally, let's talk about distribution. What distribution channels are in place for Most Valuable Player, and what's the website?
The website is www.mostvaluableplayersmovie.com. We also have a Facebook page, Most Valuable Players. We will be rolling out our educational program shortly. So we're going to be distributing the film through Roco Educational all throughout North America to junior high schools, colleges, museums. We have a study guide as well. And Oprah Winfrey's picked up the film, and so we're going to be part of her own documentary club. We're one of the charter films, so we'll premiere late this year, maybe early next year, and she'll also roll us out on DVD and VOD. So hopefully we'll be able to spread the words about the importance of arts education in our schools.
Awesome. Well, Chris, thanks so much for taking the time to chat with us today.
Thank you.
And congratulations on the successes that you've had have had along the way. And I wish you more continued success and looking forward to more from you.
Thanks. And I love being here in Dallas.